Hi guys, welcome back to Decorating Happily Ever After. I'm Jeffrey Kevin. Please subscribe to my channel to help it grow. Quick programming note, if you're looking for part 2 of my holiday house tour, it's on the way. But today, I've set an Epiphany Three Kings Tablescape. I've used Royal Albert china along with regal accents and a rich jewel tone color scheme. So let's take a look around the table. For today's Epiphany Tablescape, I'm using a gold damask tablecloth that I bought years ago at Target, and I've overlaid it with an antique chinoiserie scarf. It has, if you can see the center, there are camels and pagodas, and it's in the rich golds and blacks. I'm going to be using my gold chargers. I picked these up on eBay a while back. For the china, I'm using my Royal Albert Old Country Roses. And I'm going to be pairing with it these antique Bavarian dessert plates. They have fruit on them and a green border with gold filigree. I found these on eBay this year. I'm also using the bread and butter plates. And I'm going to be using the teacups. I'm going to use my gold flatware with my crystal knife rest. And for the stemware, I'm using these jewel tone hortensia glasses. They're from Poland, and each one is a different jewel tone. I'm also using these ruby etched glasses. And these are cranberry vintage barware. I like these. They have a gold filigree design. They make me think of stained glass windows. I don't know if these are Libby or what brand, but they are vintage barware. And for the dinner napkins, I'm using gold damask with my Fern Fawn gold napkin rings. Guys, I hope the Magi were maximalist, but I have an inkling that they might have been. For my centerpieces today, I've used these fabulous camel epergnes. They have camels at the base, and then there are palm trees that go up with the palm fronds and a bronze bowl. And I filled them with apples, oranges, lemons, and of course on the top, pineapples. Sort of a Williamsburg look, I guess, but Mother found these epergnes at a thrift store not all that long ago, and she called me and told me about them, and she described them as planters, and for some reason I was thinking they were something that hung on the wall, but she said they had camels and they were heavy, and so I told her we'll just go ahead and get them, and she said, well, that they were high. They were $10 a piece. And When I opened her car trunk, I was stunned to find these. They weigh a ton, and I thought they were so beautiful. They don't have any markings on them, but to me, they really look a lot like Mark Roberts. I've been to his showroom at Market, and they favor his things, but I don't know for sure who made them. But I think they're so beautiful, and I filled them, like I said, with the fruit today. And here in the center of the table, I've got my set of Magi. Here they've got their crowns, and there's 3 of them. There's one facing the other direction. I got those ages ago, guys, of all places, at Hobby Lobby, and I wish they had those today, but people always ask where I got them, and that's where they came from. I have this lovely pair of altar candlesticks. I believe I bought these a couple years ago off of eBay, and they normally reside on my altar upstairs with my other religious items, but I thought these were really appropriate today because the tops remind me of crowns, and I've put these red and green candles in them. And I've also mixed in some other items. I have some crowns. All my crowns are thrifted, but now they were not lined. This metal crown here did not have the velvet lining. I lined it myself. And then I have some boxes that make me think of the treasure boxes that might have held the gold. Here's one. And I have another crown, a little bit larger. This one too, I lined it. It was just metal. And I lined it, and I think they're so much prettier. I have quite a few more larger ones that are even on stands, but they're awfully tall, and I get fussed at a lot for putting too much on the table and you can't see across the table. So I tried to control it today, but not very well. And also with them I have a couple of other things. I'm not for sure what this is. I just bought it years ago and I like it. It makes me think of a scepter. It looks kind of regal. And so I've just put some of these things here in the center. Normally they either reside upstairs with my religious collection. I keep some of the crowns up there. And then during the holidays, of course, the Magi and these other items are around the treescape of my nativity tree. I've here at this corner put my coffee pot and my teapot that go with the Old Country Rose set, and I've just put it here on a brass tray. And guys, I like to pair other things with my Old Country Roses, and so I found these. There are 2 or 3 different fruit designs, and like I said, I got those on eBay. I have, for Easter, I have jewel tone egg plates. They look like Fabergé eggs. I use those at Easter with my Royal Albert. And then I also have, let's see, cherubs. They're gold cherubs. You've probably seen me use those. And I'm looking for crowns. That's what I really want for my Three Kings Tablescape. They're by Murfield, but so far I'm not having any luck. Replacements doesn't have them right now, and usually if they show up on eBay it's just 1 or 2, but I'd like to have those too. I've also used my camel candlesticks. These are bronze. I've had these a long time, and I thought they were appropriate. And here at this corner, I've got my sugar and my creamer that go with the set. Now the way I built these arrangements, I've just used foam and a cone and wooden skewers. And I just skewered the fruit and then tucked the holly to cover up the mechanics. Very simple. I will say though, very heavy. Here I've got my gravy boat that goes with the Royal Albert. I love this pattern. I guess it was one of my first China patterns that I ever bought, and it's still one of my favorite. The vibrant colors are so nice during the holidays. And here you can see I've got another box. It sort of looks like a crown. And the other wise man. I decided to use my fruit silent butler. It's the only one that I have that has fruit. It's square and it has plums on it. But I thought that blended with our fruit theme today. It is basically for brushing your crumbs in. I have a collection of them, and I thought that was perfect to go with the fruit theme. Here's another camel. I have my tidbit tray here. It's the Royal Albert as well. I will tell you though, this is a homemade version. I made this myself. I bought at a thrift store a crystal tidbit tray, and it was cracked. But I noticed that the handle was still good, and so I have extra salad plates, and I have extra bread and butter plates, so I took them to the glass place and I had them drill the holes. They were a little nervous, and I told them not to worry, that I had extras, and I saved myself a fortune on the tidbit tray. I don't think, but I paid maybe $2 or $3 for the broken one that I had, but it made a nice tidbit tray. So if you see damaged ones, buy them, and you can use the metal handles with other plates. A lot of people make their own. Now, I don't know how to drill the holes myself. I don't have the right, you have to have the right bit, but you can take it to the glass place and they can do it for you. I've also did that with jars that I made into lamps. I've done that too. As you guys know, I celebrate the 12 days of Christmas. I don't take anything down until after January the 6th for Epiphany, and I leave everything lit. So I'm very busy during the holidays, and I enjoy stretching out the Christmas season. I know here in the U.S. we start very, very early, and lots of people are just ready to pull it down immediately after Christmas, but I'm not that way. And the Europeans, they leave theirs up. They don't, for starters, they don't put it up as early as we do, but they leave theirs up for the 12 days of Christmas. December the 25th is actually the first day. So if you want to leave your Christmas decorations up a bit longer, don't feel guilty. You're certainly allowed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a comment below. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, Decorating Happily Ever After, and turn on the notifications bell so you never miss an episode. I'm Jeffrey Kevin, wishing you a Happy New Year. Bye-bye now.